Look at this guy. Expand dong.
All right. Well, I think we've covered the stuff that I wanted to cover up front. The one other thing that I definitely want to do is I want to react to this Silent Hill F trailer that came out the other day. You know, it came out like right as I was like doing my stuff. So I didn't get a chance to even watch it. I have not seen it. This will be my honest first time watching and reacting to this trailer. Okay? So give it a look together, shall we? Here we go. Here we are. Probably too loud. Oh, no, it might not be too loud at all. I guess we'll have to see when I hit play here. Okay. Josh Burkitty is great, Cracker Jacks. Thank you for asking. Okay. So, ready? Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch the Silent Hill F reveal trailer together. As you know, I'm a big fan of Silent Hill. I've played pretty much every game in the series. I think there's one I didn't because it's like not readily available on anything modern. But I love the series. I've played and replayed many of the games. Love survival horror. This is going to be their newest installment, and man, has there been a long time since there's been a new installment of Silent Hill. So finally, a new one will be welcome. All right, let's see what all the hoopla's about. Silent Hill F. Hopefully it's not a dud.
Shu kun, 嘘ついてるよね。
Oh God, it's
騙せてる
Japanese.
と思う？ひなこを。ひなこはね、死んだんだよ。
What the heck? What was going on there? Was she what was she crouched over? Right? The heck was that?
ひなこはお友達といつまでも一緒にいたい。
I'm blocking the subtitles. Dang it. I want to be sure you guys can read the subtitles. Hold on. There we go. Here. I'll scoot myself over a bit. Okay. That should work.
友達は永遠じゃないのよ。彼らだっていつか必ずあなたを裏切る。あなたが裏切り者と呼ばれたように。ひなこ？あ、ごめん。何？
Well, I guess it's set in Japan, which is the first, right? Silent Hill's always been set in, what, America? Now it's Japan, so that's weird, a weird change. How does that make sense? Obviously, it's not going to take place in the town of Silent Hill, then.
天秤にかける価値があるかどうか、しっかりと判断しなさい。
Ew! Stepped on a crispy hand. Squishy. Ugh. Oh, hi. That looks pleasant. So, whoa. I mean, before we continue, like, it's just confusing because you know this is all pre-rendered. This is not in-game cutscene or in-game gameplay. So, is it first person? Is it third person? You know, Resident Evil went first person now. Is this series going to go that way too? That latest Silent Hill game that they came out with last year, that was really short, remember? That one was first person. So, I wonder if they're just going to kind of follow suit or not. It's hard to tell. Well, the town transformed. Now she's in like feudal Japan out of nowhere. Oh, is this? Are they going for an aspect where the normal town is a real like modern town in Japan, but then when it goes to the Silent Hill side, she ends up getting sucked into the past of feudal Japan? That would be an interesting take. I don't know how the hell that ties into the lore of Silent Hill, though.
ひなこ
It's gonna be a
もう時間
disturbing
がないの
game.
よあなたが生かされたという
Look at that. Oh god, there's gonna be
ここに
creepy
至って
stuff,
も
man.
まだ迷いがあるということなのねあなたがそれに悩める時
Also, no sirens.
間もう尽きかけている
No air raid sirens. Oh, yummy.
あなたは誰なのさっきからなんで何もわからないふりをしているの私はねあんたをすぐに殺すこともできたんだよ全部奪ったな
I don't know. I have no idea what this plot is, man.
全部私から奪ったな
Wow. I have no clue what this plot is.
それではお別れをあなたが幸せをつかんでくれることを願っています
Oh. Well. It looks disturbing as heck. It looks scary as heck. I just don't know what it's going to be. It looks like it might be third person because she picked up the weapon like you would do in regular Silent Hill and beat the enemies with it. So maybe it will be third person again, which I probably prefer because now we have so many first person horror games. But it's really hard to read, right? Like at this point, it's probably early on. We don't know. Maybe we don't know when it's coming out. It just says wish list now, right? There's no date here. So obviously, I mean, this changes a few things. Silent Hill has always been tied to that town, that place. And although these different people have different ties to it, it always seems to tie back to Silent Hill. In this case, is it Silent Hill? I don't know. Like, what does this have to do with Silent Hill? Are they going to pull a Resident Evil where now it has nothing to do with Umbrella and the T-Virus, but instead now there'll be like some overlapping horror arc where there's this haunted dimension, but it's in other places too. It's not just in Silent Hill. Like maybe all the games up to now took place there, but now this one, they're going to show that there's actually other haunted places in other parts of the country too, right? Or not country, world. This is Japan, right? Huh. I did like the aspect that somehow she got sucked back into the past. That seems pretty unique to me. So I wonder how it's going to work, honestly. I don't know. Looks good. That's all I have to say. Like, it looks good. There's with so limited information, there's only so much you can say. I think it looks good, and I have hopes for it. I mean, at this point, any Silent Hill is better than no Silent Hill. We've wanted Silent Hill to return in so long, but I think the main criticism that everyone's going to say is it really Silent Hill if it doesn't take place in Silent Hill? And that, I'm not going to argue with you. You know, is it really Final Fantasy if they change all the elements that made it Final Fantasy? It's still a good game, but is it Final Fantasy? That's what happened with Final Fantasy 16. So what about this? Is it Silent Hill? If it plays like Silent Hill and has horror aspects, but it has nothing to do with the lore and the location of Silent Hill, then is it Silent Hill? Or are they just going ahead and doing this on purpose because they want the name notoriety and they hope that the game will sell more copies because they called it Silent Hill F, right? I mean, again, it doesn't even have the actual, the air raid siren when it's going from real world to horror world. And that's like a synonymous thing with Silent Hill. So, all right. Personally, I think it looks good. I'll play it. I'm excited for it. I wish we had more info about it. We don't, but I'm down for it when it comes out. Could be a great playthrough, especially if it comes out maybe later this year. Sweet. Okay. Good stuff. All right, so folks. Super Bonchan says maybe they should have just called it a Ring Grudge whatever game, not Silent Hill. Yeah, again, they could have called it, exactly. They could have just named it something different and it didn't have to say Silent Hill. Even if it plays like Silent Hill, people are going to have issue. I know they are. People are very, they're very defensive of the intellectual property that they know and love and grew up with. You can't just, oh, here's a new game in the series. Okay, what does it have to do with it, right? Silent Hill 4 and 5 don't take place in Silent Hill either. Well, Silent Hill 4, you're just stuck in that room, but then you kind of get sucked into Silent Hill via the room, which is bizarre. I don't know which one is Silent Hill 5, because there's too many. I don't know which one is Silent Hill 5. Which one was 5? Yeah, they're trying to benefit from the name. Was Downpour 5? Was it? I played Downpour. That was actually the first Silent Hill game I ever played because it was a new release back in the day when I was starting on YouTube, and I played it, and I actually really liked it. It was Homecoming. Okay, did I play Homecoming? Sounds familiar. I feel like I did. Yeah. See, I see it going both ways. Like, if they don't tie it into Silent Hill, then people are going to be upset that, why did you call it Silent Hill? But let's say they do tie it into Silent Hill, and it becomes like Resident Evil. How Resident Evil is now like, oh, there's a spore or a fungus that's mutating people. It's like, wait, what? The whole idea was supposed to be a virus turning people into zombies and monsters. Now you're just fucking fungus creatures all over the world. There's villages of this shit. Like, what are you talking about? You've overblown the plot, right? It's jumped the shark. And I feel like, sadly, if they're like, oh, so there's pocket horror dimensions all over the world. It's not just the town of Silent Hill, but anywhere where something awful and traumatic happened, you get sucked into this horror world. People are going to be like, ugh. Ugh. You ruined it. The whole idea was that it was supposed to be based around this one thing, right? Yes, I know Fatal Frame and Forbidden Siren. I've played them both. And yes, of course, this has similar atmosphere to those games because it's also set in Japan. Correct. Well, why does it have to happen in one spot? How does that ruin it? Well, why does it have to be called Silent Hill? Right? Why does it have to be called Silent Hill then?